Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our course, Write It, Publish It, Sell It. I'm M.L.Ruscsak, the founder of Vanity Presses, an author and international keynote speaker. Over the years, I've had the privilege of navigating the complex world of publishing, and my goal today is to share that knowledge with you, helping you to make an informed decision on your own publishing journey. Please note, this is not me as a publisher trying to get you to publish with me. I want you to be informed to make the best decision for yourself. In our first lecture, we laid the foundation for understanding the publishing industry and the crucial steps involved in bringing your manuscript to life. Today, we're going to dive into the topic that every aspiring author must carefully consider: the different publishing paths that are available. There are three primary routes that you can take with publishing your book: self-publishing, traditional, and hybrid. Please note there is one more. We'll talk about it just a little bit, and that is the Vanity Press. The path you choose will significantly impact your book's success, your creative control, and even your career as an author. In this lecture, I will provide you an overview of the publishing paths. We'll briefly explore what each entails and discuss why it is crucial to understand the options before making a decision. Whether you're looking to retain full control of your creative process, prefer the backing of a traditional publishing house, or seeking a middle ground, this session will help you weigh your options wisely. So let's get started by the first understanding what self-publishing is and how it compares to traditional and hybrid models. By the end of this lecture, you'll have a clear understanding which path aligns best for your goals as an author. Now that I've introduced the various paths, let's dive into the first option: self-publishing. Self-publishing is exactly what it sounds like. You as the author are responsible for every aspect of the publishing process. In essence, you are now running your own company. In the publishing world, this will include writing, editing, designing the cover, formatting the manuscript, and even marketing the finished product. In essence, you are not just the author, you are the publisher and everything in between. Over the past decade, self-publishing has experienced a significant rise in popularity, largely due to the advent of digital platforms like Kindle Direct Publishing, KDP, and M.L.Ruscsak, and many others. These platforms have made it easier than ever for authors to bypass the traditional gatekeepers like literary agents and publishing houses and take their work directly to the reader. The digital age has revolutionized publishing, giving writers more opportunities to share their stories with the world on your terms. One of the most attractive aspects of self-publishing is the complete creative control it offers. If you have the final say over every element of your book, from the content itself to the cover design to the marketing strategy, this means your vision for your book remains intact without any outside interference. Another significant advantage is the potential for higher royalty rates. When you self-publish, you retain full ownership of your rights, and the profit from the book sales go directly to you after the platform fees. This contrasts sharply with traditional publishing and even hybrid publishing, where royalties are typically much lower and the rights are often shared with the publishing house. Additionally, self-publishing often allows for faster publishing time. Traditional publishers can take years from manuscript acceptance to book release, But with self-publishing, you can set your timeline and release your book as soon as it's ready. This can particularly be beneficial if you are eager to get your work into the hands of readers. However, self-publishing isn't without its challenges. The first significant one is the upfront cost associated with the process. Unlike traditional publishing houses where the publisher bears the financial burden, self-publishing requires you to invest in editing, cover design, formatting, and marketing. These costs can rapidly add up, and there's no guarantee of recouping them through book sales. Another challenge is the responsibility you bear for all aspects of the publishing process, which means you need to be or hire an expert in areas like editing, design, and marketing. Without the support of a traditional publisher, every detail now falls on your shoulders, which can be overwhelming, especially for a first-time author. Finally, while self-publishing gives you control, it also represents potential challenges in reaching a wider audience. The market, is saturated with self-published books. And without the backing of a traditional or hybrid publisher, marketing and distribution channels, it can be difficult to stand out. Achieving significant sales often requires a robust marketing strategy and a dedicated effort to build an audience. In summary, self-publishing offers incredible freedom and the potential for higher profits, but it also demands a significant investment of time, money, and effort. It is an option best suited for authors who are willing to take on the challenge of the publishing process themselves and are not confident in their ability to market the work. Before we move on to the next section, this is one of my self-published books back from 2017. This is the cover I designed, the lettering I did. Everything inside the book I had to do myself. Now, although I understood what I wanted to do, it took significant time away from anything else I was doing. But I freed up a lot of other monetary value. It's up to you to decide what you want and where your creative control and mindset are on this route. Now, let's explore the opposite end of the spectrum, the traditional publishing, where the process and experience differ in some crucial ways. Having explored the world of self-publishing, we now turn our attention to traditional publishing, the path that many authors have historically pursued. Traditional publishing involves partnering with an established publishing house to bring your book to market. The process typically begins with submitting a query letter, a brief pitch of a book that we'll explore in later episodes, or through a literary agent. Again, we'll explore in later episodes. If an agent is interested, they may offer to represent you, and their job is to pitch your manuscript to a publishing house. Once a publisher expresses interest, you may be offered a contract, after which the publisher takes over most aspects of the publishing process. This route has a long associated with prestige and resources. Traditional publishers have well-established networks to access professional teams that handle editing, cover design, and marketing, ensuring that the final product is polished and positioned for success in the market. Additionally, traditional publishers have often secured prominent placement in bookstores and libraries, which can be a significant advantage in reaching a wider audience. One of the major benefits of traditional publishing is the access to professional proofreading and editing, design, and marketing teams. These professionals bring a wealth of experience and expertise to your book, which can enhance the quality of commercial appeal. This means your manuscript is polished to meet industry standards, the cover is designed to attract readers, and a strategic marketing team and marketing plan is implemented to maximize sales. Another significant advantage is there's no upfront cost for the author. The publishing house bears all financial risk, including production, distribution, and marketing expenses. The final support allows you to focus on your writing without the burden of upfront investments. Traditional publishing often offers a wider distribution and greater credibility in the literary world. Books published through traditional houses often bear chances of being reviewed by major publications considered for literary rewards and stocked in bookstores and libraries. This broader reach can be crucial for an author looking to establish themselves in the market. Despite the advantages, traditional publishing has several drawbacks. One of most is notable is a lengthy and competitive submission process. Securing an agent and publishing contract can take months or even years. There is no guarantee of success. The process can be discouraging, particularly for new authors who may face numerous rejections before finding a publisher willing to take on your work. Another downside is limited creative control over the final product. Once you sign the contract, the publishing house often has final say on key decisions, including the book's content, title, cover design, and marketing strategy. This can be frustrating if the publisher's vision for your book differs from your own. Finally, traditional publishing typically offers lower royalty rates compared to self-publishing. The authors usually share ownership of the rights with the publisher. This means while the publisher handles the heavy lifting, you receive a smaller percentage of profits from each sale. You may have less control over the future of your work. In summary, traditional publishing unparalleled resources, credibility, and distribution comes with the trade-offs of terms of creative control, profit margins, and it takes time to bring your book to market. It's an option well suited for all authors who prioritize these benefits and are willing to navigate the challenges of the submission process. Give you one more little nugget of information between the self-publishing. Oftentimes after your book's fees on KDP, I'm going to use that as a platform to go to. You get about 70% of the royalties on KDP. If you go to a traditional publisher, you're getting about between 20 and 30%. Why? They're also using the royalties to pay for the cover design, your marketing, and all of everything else they invested in your book. One other thing, so if you have a notable name, Kira Cass, Lauren Kate, let's see, Catherine Azario, Stephen King, Anne Bishop. All these are bestseller names. If you're a political figure, or if you have over 1 million followers, you may be offered a contract that has a payment upfront to you, which means the publisher believes so much in your work, they think that you're going to sell X amount of dollars in sales within the term of your contract and will give you the advancement. This is not true for first-time authors unless you have a notable name and online presence. Next, we'll explore the middle ground, the hybrid publishing, which combines elements of both self-publishing and traditional publishing. Now that we covered both self-publishing and traditional publishing, let's move on to our other option, hybrid publishing, which offers a middle ground between the two. Hybrid publishing is a model that combines aspects of both self-publishing and traditional publishing. This approach, author work with the hybrid publisher, which offers professional services sometimes, such as editing, cover design, and marketing for a fee. Some of these fees, such depending on what you're doing, can be free or at a lower cost if the publisher offers them to the general public as well. Unlike traditional publishing, where publishers take on the financial risk, hybrid publishing requires the author to invest in some of these aspects. However, in return, the author retains more control over the creative aspects of their work and often enjoys higher royalty rates. This model increasingly is popular among authors who want the benefit of professional publishing services without giving up too much control or profit. Hybrid publishers typically offer more flexibility than traditional houses, allowing authors to have a greater say in the final product while still benefiting from the experience and expertise and resources of a professional team. One of the key advantages to a hybrid publishing is the access to professional services such as editing, design, and marketing, while maintaining more control than you would in a traditional publishing scenario. This means you get the benefit of industry expertise to polish your manuscript and create a marketable book without completely handing over creative control. Hybrid publishing also offers higher royalties than traditional publishing, although this comes with some upfront cost. Because you're starting the financial burden with the publisher, you typically receive a higher percentage of profits from each book, allowing you to potentially earn more over time. Another benefit is the potential for a wider distribution and greater credibility. Compared to self-publishing alone, hybrid publishers often have established distribution channels, which can help your book reach a broader audience. Additionally, because hybrid publishers often have a stricter standards than self-publishing platforms, published books through this route may be perceived as more credible and professional by readers, reviewers, and bookstores. Before we get into the cons, no, let's do cons first, and then I'll give you a little bit of a case study. Using my publishing company as a template, this may or may not be true to other publishing companies, but we will do the cons first. Cons of your hybrid publishing. This does come with challenges. One of the most significant can be the expensive and significant upfront cost required by professional services provided. These costs can widely vary depending on the publisher and level of service you choose. So it's important to budget accordingly. Another potential downside is the need to carefully vet hybrid publishers. The rise of hybrid publishers has also led to the increase of vanity presses, companies that charge higher fees but offer little in return. It is crucial to research and choose a reputable hybrid publisher that has a proven track record of success and genuine interest in helping authors to succeed. Finally, even with the support of hybrid publishers, the author might still need to be heavily involved in marketing and distribution. While hybrid publishers often provide some level of marketing assistance, you're likely to need to supplement this with your own efforts to achieve significant sales, just as you would a self-publishing route. In summary, hybrid publishing offers a balanced approach combining professional service and support with author control, higher royalties. However, it requires careful consideration of costs and selection of trustworthy publisher. It's an attractive option for authors who want best of the both worlds, but are prepared to invest both time and money into the publishing journey. With a comprehensive understanding of these three main publishing paths, self-publishing, traditional publishing, and hybrid publishing, you're now better equipped to make an informed decision about the best route that works for your book. Like I said, I do want to get into mine just a little bit because there is another aspect to hybrid publishing. There are hybrid publishers such as mine, Vanity Press, that if you solely want to publish your book, it can be done for free. We will take care of the cover design, the formatting, and the distribution for free. However, you do not have to pay for this if you do not want it. Editing is a must. So you either have to hire an editor on your own, or we have editors because we do editing not outsource, but we supply editing service for non-Vanity Press authors as well. We give you a discount through that part of the company. Marketing, we do some marketing for you for free, such as we have our podcast, radio, and video that our authors can come on for free, that we do charge a fee for other notable people to be on the platform. We have an in-house magazine we publish through. You get the marketing, you don't pay for that. There's also other marketing services that you do have to pay for if you want it. And those are paid per month, not upfront. So if you don't like the marketing strategy, then you find your own. That is another aspect of hybrid marketing or hybrid publishers. Sometimes we offer services that you would get with traditional. We give you part of it upfront for free, and part of it, if you want to go deeper, then you have to invest in your own product, just as you would any small business. So in summary, hybrid publishing offers a balanced approach, combining professional support, author control, and higher royalties. However, it requires careful consideration of costs and selection of trustworthy publishers. It's an attractive option for authors who want the best of both worlds, but are prepared to invest both time and money to the publishing journey. With a comprehensive understanding of the three main paths, self-publishing, traditional publishing, and hybrid publishing, you should be now better equipped to make an informed decision about the best route for your book I do want to touch base, however, before we get into marketing versus promoting on hybrid or Vanity Press. Like I said, I want to give you just a little bit of a Vanity Press and want you to stay away from it, if at all possible. Vanity Press publishing often refers simply as vanity publishing. It's a model which an author pays a company to publish your book. Unlike traditional publishers and some hybrid publishers who assume financial risk of publishing in exchange for a portion of the profit, Vanity Press charges an author for the entirety of the publishing process. This can include editing, cover design, formatting, and distribution. The ISBN number, time, labor, anything else. The key difference lies in the fact that vanity presses typically have no stake in the success of the book. They are paid upfront regardless of how well your book performs in the market. Vanity Press has been a part of the publishing industry for decades. But with the rise of self-publishing platforms and hybrid publishing, they have become more you can often find them more easily, often blurring the lines between legitimate services and not so legitimate or ethical practices. This can make it challenging for authors, especially those who are new to the industry, to distinguish between a reputable service and a vanity press that may not deliver on the promises. Please do your research. Understanding how to identify vanity press is crucial for any author considering the alternative to publishing options. Here are some common characteristics of vanity press. High upfront cost. When you sign the contract, you have to pay a fee right then and there. This can start at $1,500 on up. Vanity Press often requires this payment before you even do anything. You have to give them the payment on the date that you sign the contract. This fee typically covers a package of services, including editing, design, and distribution. However, the quality of these services can vary greatly. There is no guarantee of sales or success. Lack of selectivity. Unlike traditional and hybrid publishers who carefully vet manuscripts and only accept a select few, Vanity Press will publish almost anything, as long as the author can pay. This lack of editorial gatekeeping can lead to lower quality publications and can harm the author's reputation. Ownership and right issues. Some vanity press include clauses in their contracts that give them ownership of certain rights to your book. Even though the author is paying for the services, this can complicate future publishing opportunities and limit the author's control of their work. Overpromising and under-delivering. Vanity Press often makes grand promises of bestseller stature, wide distribution, and selective marketing. But the reality is, these promises are rarely fulfilled. The marketing efforts are minimal, and distribution may be limited to obscure online stores rather than mainstream retailers. While vanity publishing is greatly negative in reputation, it is important to consider the pros and cons before making a decision. Vanity Press can be appealing to authors who want to see their book in print and are willing to pay for the convenience. Authors typically regain control over the content of their book, as Vanity Press is not invested in the quality of the manuscript. This may or may not be true. Please read the contract very thoroughly if you go this route. Since the author is funding the project, there's no risk of rejection, and the book will be published. However, the cons are significant. There is a high upfront cost that can be a major drawback, especially when combined with the often limited quality of services provided. Lack of marketing support. Vanity Press typically do not offer substantial marketing or distribution support, leaving the author to handle most of the promotion efforts, which means you're paying double for marketing. The books published through Vanity Press may be viewed as lower quality, which can impact your success as an author and your credibility and future publishing opportunities. For authors considering Vanity Press, it is important to explore other options that might provide a better value. This includes self-publishing. By taking control of the publishing process, you can hire professional editors, designers, and marketers directly, often at a lower rate than Vanity Press. Self-publishing platforms like KDP or Ingram Spark allow you to publish and distribute your books without the risk of associating with Vanity Press. Hybrid publishers will offer you a middle ground between self-publishing and traditional publishing. While there is a cost usually involved, mostly for editing and marketing, these publishers are more selective and often provide substantial editorial and marketing support. Also, please note, most hybrid publishers do not require an agent, while traditional publishers often require an agent to even look at the manuscript. Authors with a manuscript that meet industry standards pursuing traditional publishing through your agent is still a viable option. Although it's competitive, this route often offers advantages to professional support without upfront cost. In conclusion, Vanity Press can be tempting. I know it can, for authors eager to see your work in print, but it is essential to approach this option with caution. Understanding the risk and identifying the signs of a Vanity Press can save you from unnecessary expenses and disappointment. Always consider the alternatives and weigh the pros and cons before deciding the best publishing path for your book. Remember, the goal is not just to publish your book, but to do so in a way that supports your long-term success as an author. Now that we have explored the three main paths and one predatorial path of publishing, it's time to focus on how to make the best choice for your specific needs and goals. Choosing the right publishing path is a significant decision, one that requires careful thought and self-assessment. There are key risk factors you should consider. Start by defining what you want to achieve with your book. You are seeking a I do apologize. Are you seeking a complete creative control, or is it primary control to reach a wider audience as possible? Perhaps you're looking to balance between the two objectives. Your goal will be the guiding force in determining which publishing path is best suited for you. Next, consider your financial situation. Self-publishing and hybrid publishing often require a significant upfront investment, while traditional publishing typically does not. Assess how much you are willing and able to spend. Keeping in mind a higher cost does not always guarantee higher returns. How quickly do you want your book published? If speed is a priority, self-publishing may be your best option. It will allow for the fastest turnaround time. Traditional publishing, on the other hand, can be a lengthy process, taking years from manuscript submission to publication. I myself, as a hybrid publisher, it takes about 6 months from the time I get your manuscript till it goes into publishing. Then there is a timetable. Ebook comes out with the hardcover if it has the proper page count. If it does not have a page count worthy of a hardcover, then it goes straight to paperback. However, most first releases will have a hardcover. There is a gap between when the hardcover comes out and when the paperback comes out. If there's little interest in the hardcover and the ebook, it does take longer for the paperback, only because it's time and the effort in the formatting. Market reach. Please, please, please evaluate your ability to market effectively, how you get your book in front of readers. If you have a strong platform and are confident in your marketing skills, self-publishing or hybrid publishing could be a viable option. However, if you feel a professional support reach is a broader audience, traditional publishing may offer the resources and networks to help achieve your goals. And finally, think about how much control you want over your final product. Self-publishing offers the most creative freedom, while traditional publishers often involve compromises in exchange for professional guidance and support. Hybrid publishers provide a middle ground, allowing you a degree of control while still benefiting from professional services. Case in point, we do your cover for you. We give you a choice of 4 to 6 covers to see which design you want. We're not going to make too many changes to that cover once you pick which one you want. They are already made for the appeal of the reader. To illustrate some of these points, let's look at a few examples of successful authors who have taken different publishing paths and how their choices impacted their career. Consider the case of Amanda Hocking, who initially self-published her paranormal resource novel on Amazon. Her ability to maintain creative control, coupled with her effective use of social media for marketing, led to her book becoming bestsellers, eventually attracting the attention of traditional publishers. J.K. Rowling's journey is a prime example of traditional publishing route. Despite facing multiple rejections, Rowling secured a deal with Bloomsbury Publishing for her first Harry Potter series. The resources and credibility provided by the traditional publishers were instrumental in the global success of her books. Finally, we have authors like Hugh Howey, who opted for hybrid publishing. Howey self-published his novel, Wool, on Amazon, which gained significant traction and led to a print-only deal with a traditional publisher, allowing him to retain digital rights and control over his work, while benefiting from the distribution power of the traditional publisher. These examples highlight the diverse ways in which authors can navigate the publishing landscape. The path you choose to align with your professional goals, resources, and level of involvement you desire in the publishing process. As you weigh these factors and reflect on the examples, you'll have a better equipped mindset to make an informed decision about the best route for your book. Remember, there's no one-size-fits-all answer for any of us. It's only the path that is right for you. In the next section, we'll bring it together and look on how to take actionable steps in your decision, ensuring that your publishing journey is as smooth and as successful as possible. As we wrap up our discussion on choosing the right publishing path, it's time to translate all this information into an actionable steps that will guide you through your decision-making process. To help you navigate, I've provided a decision-making matrix worksheet. Please go to our Facebook group to download this. This is a tool designed to help you compare and contrast the pros and cons of self-publishing, traditional publishing, and hybrid publishing based on your professional goals. By filling out this worksheet, you'll be able to visually map out which path aligns most closely with your aspiration, resources, and expectations for your book. Take your time with this. Your answers will provide you a clear picture of the direction that best suits you. I encourage you in reflective exercises. Ask yourself which publishing best aligns with my book's goal and vision as an author. Consider the factors we discussed: creative control, budget, timeline, and market reach, and your own strengths in marketing. Reflecting on these questions will bring clarity to your decisions. Before we close, let's recap the key takeaways from today's session. We've explored the advantages and disadvantages of self-publishing, traditional publishing, and hybrid publishing, examining how each path offers a unique opportunity and challenges, whether it's creative freedom, potential profitability, or self-publishing. The credibility and resources of traditional publishing are balancing the hybrid approach. The choice ultimately depends on your individual goals and circumstances. Please make an informed decision. This is crucial. It's not about getting your book published, but ensuring the process aligns with your long-term vision as an author. Take the time to weigh your options carefully and use the tools aligned in the insights we've discussed to guide you on your journey. In our next lecture, we'll dive into the often confused concept of marketing versus promoting. You'll learn how the difference between the two is and how it is essential to the activities and how the strategy that will effectively position your book in the market. These will be vital steps in ensuring your book is not only reaches its audience, but also resonates with them. I look forward to exploring this with you in the next session. Thank you for the journey with me today. And I'm excited to continue the journey on this path as we move forward and write it, publish it, and sell it. And please, if you haven't already, please join our Facebook group and download your free copy of Write It, Publish It, and Sell It, along with the free workbook to help you in your journey.